Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and instantly commands respect without even saying a word? Strength isn't about muscles or dominance, it's about resilience, control, and the kind of power that can't be taken from you. And here's the truth: if you have these 7 traits, you're stronger than 99% of people, but most won't even realize it. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly where you stand. And trust me, you'll want to hear number 1. It might just explain why you feel so different from everyone else. 1. You don't crave validation. Most people are addicted to approval, likes, comments, nods of agreement. They need it. But you? You move in silence. You don't beg for validation because you already know your worth. Think about it. When was the last time you changed your opinion just to fit in? Exactly. You stand firm in your beliefs even when it's uncomfortable. And that terrifies people. They don't know what to do with someone who doesn't crave their approval. Ever noticed how the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest? They scream for attention while the strong stay silent. But if you think that's powerful, wait until you hear about the next sign. This one will separate you from 99% of the population. 2. You control your emotions. Ever seen a strong person lose control? Exactly. The strongest people are the ones who refuse to let their emotions dictate their actions. They feel everything, but they don't react to everything. You don't explode in anger. You don't crumble under pressure. You take a breath, assess, and respond with precision. And here's the scary part: this makes you unpredictable. People can't manipulate you because you're not controlled by emotions, they are. But what if I told you there's something even stronger than emotional control? Something that forces people to respect you without you even trying? Let's talk about it. 3. You set and enforce boundaries. Weak people say yes to everything. Strong people? They say no without guilt. Your time, energy, and attention are valuable. You don't let people walk all over you, and you sure as hell don't allow disrespect. The moment someone crosses a line, you enforce your boundaries calmly but firmly. And here's the best part: people might not like it, but they will respect it. Because deep down everyone craves discipline, and when they see it in you, they know they've met someone different. Ever had someone get mad at you for setting boundaries? That's the moment you realize they never respected you in the first place. But boundaries are just the beginning. What really sets you apart? It's what you do in solitude. 4. You thrive alone. Most people can't sit alone in silence. They need distractions, social media, noise, people, anything to escape their own thoughts. But you? You embrace solitude. Why? Because that's where true strength is built. It's in those quiet moments that you sharpen your mind, set your goals, and plan your next move. This makes you rare. It also makes you dangerous, because the most powerful people in history? They mastered solitude. While others wasted time, they were building empires in their minds. But solitude isn't the only thing that makes you different. What about how you handle failure? That's where real strength is tested. 5. You don't fear failure. Most people are paralyzed by failure. They avoid risks, stay comfortable, and play small. But you? You see failure as feedback. A lesson. A stepping stone. You don't break when things go wrong, you adapt. You analyze, adjust, and go again. This is why people like you always rise, while others stay stuck. Ever noticed how the most successful people have the most failures? Coincidence? I think not. But there's one thing even more powerful than resilience. Something that determines whether you'll go all the way or stop before you even start. 6. You take full responsibility for your life. No blaming. No excuses. No victim mentality. If something goes wrong, you own it. And because you own it, you can change it. Weak people blame their circumstances. Strong people create new ones. You understand that nobody's coming to save you, and honestly, you don't want them to. Because the moment you take control, you become unstoppable. But there's one final sign that separates the strongest from the rest. And if you have this, there's nothing you can't handle. 7. You are unshakably disciplined. Motivation is fleeting. Strength? It's built through discipline. You don't wait to feel like doing something, you just do it. You train when you're tired. You work when you're uninspired. You stay committed when others quit. This is why you win. It's why people admire you, even if they don't say it. And it's why, in the long run, you will always rise above the rest. Ever heard someone say, "I just don't have the discipline"? That's like saying, "I just don't have the ability to tie my shoes." Discipline is built. You just have to start. So, how many of these signs do you have? If it's more than a few, you're already stronger than most. But strength isn't a destination, it's a process. Keep sharpening it. Keep pushing forward. Because the world belongs to those who refuse to break. And if you made it this far, you're already ahead of 99% of people. Now here's the real challenge: drop a comment with the strongest trait you have and the one you need to work on. Let's see who's really about this life. Don't just watch, take action. I'll see you in the next one.